Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Ask Matt Lloyd. So I'm here with Lois. We are at the Diamond Mastermind out on this boat doing some snorkeling. It looks like it's about to start raining, so hopefully we'll get through this in time. So Lois, how can I help you?
Matt, I was just wondering, how do I come up with good content for webinars, emails, and posts?
Okay, good question. So yeah, a lot of people who get started with internet marketing or any business they want to take online, they ask, where do you get all of your ideas from? How do I keep generating ideas? And I always say that the problem is not too short of ideas for content. The problem is choosing out of all the many thousands, tens of thousands of possible ideas you could have. Which ones do you choose? So the first obvious place to look is your own stories, because everyone has their own stories that are relevant to whatever marketplace you're in. So let's say that I'm promoting to people content on affiliate marketing. Like, let's say I've got a business and I'm teaching people how to do online affiliate marketing. So I'm going to think of stories from my own life that I can translate into lessons, and also importantly that I can translate into lessons that support the sale and help advance people closer to making a buying decision from me. So a story might be a rags to riches story. Like when I started out in the beginning, how much I struggled. So I might tell that story briefly in an email, 3 or 4 paragraphs, and then transition into, all entrepreneurs start out that way. You've got to learn to be resourceful. You've got to not make excuses. You've got to go and find the money. Best investment you make is always in yourself, your own education. And then I might have an offer to buy my course. That could be a piece of content. Another story could just be, maybe that morning you got cut off in traffic, right? And you tell a story about that, and you think you write about, I'm so glad that I get to work from home now and I don't have to put up with that and sit in traffic every day, assuming that's true. So you can always look at your own stories. Like you and I, we're here in Costa Rica right now. Your audience that you're marketing to, if you're promoting Mo products, it's business owners and aspiring business owners. So you could talk about how this is a really nice break, and it's great. You have this lifestyle now. Maybe you're making the transition into it. You're not full-time in your online business, but you're making the transition. So you could tell a story about where we are this afternoon and how you were creating content and just thinking, how great is this, being able to travel around the world. So we could go on and on and on, but your own stories, that's the first place. Second place is leverage your audience. So whether you have 10 people on your list or 10,000 people on your list, they have questions. They have lots of questions. Like, see what I'm doing right now. I'm up to episode almost 700 for this series, and I don't have to come up with any of the content ideas. My audience, you ask me the questions and then I answer. So if I had to come up with every idea myself, this would be very hard to get done each day. But the good thing is I have you guys to provide questions. So you could do that with videos. You could do that with blog posts. You could have a webinar where people show up and ask you questions, and you focus it on one topic. So you tell people, I'm going to do a short session, 15 minutes on this topic, but then I'm going to answer questions specifically about this topic. People show up, they get your little bit of content, they ask their questions, you end up talking for maybe an hour, and then you take that video, that webinar, which you've now recorded and turned into a video, and you cut it up. So every question is a little segment. It might be 2 minutes, it might be 10 minutes. And now you put them on YouTube, and now you've got YouTube videos. And then you leverage your existing content. So if you have a bunch of videos out there, you can strip the audio away. Like I could take all the audio away from these episodes, and then we could put them on iTunes as a podcast. So now you double your output for no extra work because you're leveraging your work. Same with writing emails. If you write an email and it's a great email, then take that email, put it on your blog, and now it becomes a blog post, and now it's timeless. It's there forever. Or if you write an email, you then might do a video around that email and go a little bit more in depth in the video, but you're not starting out from scratch. You have your raw materials in front of you. So that's another way that you can create content. You can look around at what your competitors are doing, who've been doing this for a lot longer, and see what type of content do they talk about, and then you provide your take on it. So let's say, we're standing on a catamaran boat here. Let's say you were in the industry of manufacturing boats and you were just making your entrance into that industry. You might look at what do the biggest companies that manufacture catamarans, what do they talk about in their content? And then you might come up with your own views, your own take on it. So you're not copying what they're doing, but they certainly didn't invent the main ideas, and then you give your own take on it. So that's another way you can do it. I mean, there really are just endless possibilities for content. There really are. And I think it also comes with experience. You learn how to spot things and then write about them or make a video about them and relate it to your core product or service. I can do that very easily now because I've been doing this for a while. You could give me just about anything, object, idea, and I can find a way to relate it back to promoting my own business. That's just something that you get with experience. So you've just got to do a lot of it. I think those are the main ways. Does that answer the question?
Yes, those were very helpful ideas, and I see how you do that with your own emails and using the events of the day, what's happened, and then bringing the business into it. So I think those are good ideas.
Excellent. Okay, very good. So if you have a question for me, go to askmattlode.com. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow.